Hey guys, it's Cameron. So this video is a little bit behind. The past 2.5 weeks have been insane. But this is pretty much just going to tell you guys what happened the week of Labor Day and the week after that when we had the hurricane. So I hope you guys enjoy. Today is Sunday. Actually, it's Monday because it's a little bit after midnight. Um, but it has been a while since I have checked in with you guys. I didn't actually record anything all of last week. It was kind of a short week with Labor Day being on Monday. But I had a busy week, of course. School is definitely starting to pick up. We had 2 quizzes and an exam last week. I think I told you guys about the tooth ID exam that we had. Pretty much there was about 50 stations, and each had a tooth there or a waxed tooth, and we had to pretty much identify what tooth that was based on the different characteristics of the anterior teeth from canine to canine. And then with the wax teeth, we had to look at the tooth, and pretty much they asked a question about what was wrong with the tooth, because that's important to be able to see what is wrong, and for us to develop an eye for being able to see what's wrong with our wax up when we're in practical. So that was Thursday of last week. We've had several lunch and learns about loops that we get, that we buy. I have a pair of 2.5 loops, 2.5 magnification loops. I bought them when I was in hygiene school, and I love them, and it's definitely a necessity to dentistry. So we've had several companies come and talk to us, and this Wednesday we actually have a loop fair, that we can look at each of the vendors that come in and decide which loop we want, which is pretty exciting. It's expensive. It's at least $1,000, easily. So it's kind of a big decision to make. But so that was last week. This week it's been kind of crazy. I'm sure you guys have seen on the TV, on the news, that Hurricane Irma is coming through Florida. And if any of you guys have caught on, I live in Georgia, and I'm in Augusta right now. So we are expecting some pretty heavy winds, a lot of rain. Sorry, I keep looking at the news. They're showing what's been going on. But right now, we're kind of just waiting to see what's going to happen. They did cancel classes Monday and Tuesday, which we actually had an occlusion exam on Tuesday, which they've moved to Thursday, and they've adjusted some of our criteria that we have to turn in for our checkoff sheet. That was supposed to be due this week. So instead of doing 4 teeth, we're going to do 2, which is great that they're working with us. But we've had some quizzes moved around and stuff like that. So we're just kind of waiting to see how bad it actually gets here. It definitely took a different path than they thought it was going to take. So I don't think it's going to be quite as bad here as it was first thought to be back on Friday. Hey guys. So it is Monday at about 7:15, and I just wanted to check in with you guys. I told you guys the tropical storm was coming through today, and it definitely did. There have been a lot of windy gusts that have happened today, but my power has not gone out, which has been awesome. But it's been raining all day, and it looks like it's kind of starting to die down a little bit. But I got a lot of studying done today. I've been studying for my occlusion exam that I have on Thursday, and I tried to wax a tooth, but it's kind of dark in here, and the lighting's not quite right. And even when I turn on the overhead light, it's not the right kind of light that I need, so my tooth doesn't look really good, and it's a little discouraging, honestly, because our practical is not this week, but it's next week. So now it's kind of the last few times that we'll be able to wax and stuff like that. So I'm gonna try again tomorrow. My friend's gonna come over and maybe we can do it when it's during the day and not quite when it's at night, which makes it a little bit harder. But today's been pretty good. It hasn't been too crazy, which has been nice. I've had my friends and family send me pictures of how the tropical storm was where they are, closer into in Atlanta, and there's lots of trees down in some areas, and then in other areas it's kind of like this. So that's just kind of the nature of the beast. But this is my dog, Murphy. Say hey. Hey. I have another dog, Moxie, but they pretty much keep me sane while I'm in dental school. But they're also like kids, so they're kind of a little stressful too, but it's always nice to come home and be greeted by a lovely dog or two. So yeah, that's how my day's gone, and I will check in. But it is Monday, and I just kind of wanted to recap on what all went on last week. So Friday was the first class of operative. We had it Friday afternoon, and it was a lot of fun. We were able to work for the first time with hand pieces. Of course, this past summer, um, myself and the people who did pre-matric, we were able to do this as well. But we had little blocks that we worked on, pretty much just to get us used to how to use the handpiece and the rheostat and everything. We got to meet Bob for the first time, which was cool, and it's really fun. I talked to some of the D2s, and they said that it's a pretty relaxing class. There's not a whole lot to have to turn in, and not a whole lot of practicals like our waxing and all that kind of stuff. So they say that it's a pretty cool class. So that's it for my video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can be notified whenever I post videos. Feel free to leave comments, and I will get back to you guys and let me know what you guys want on my future videos. Thanks, guys.